Welcome to the Vigilance Committee. Today, Oklahoma is giving a run for their money on Texas. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen here. Hello, Nikki, do you want to go over the rules before we get started?
The rules are, as everyone is well aware, that we need to act like an adult in here. We are not bringing any outside drama into this channel. We leave it at the door. We want everyone to focus on the subject matter at hand. If you can't focus and can't act like an adult, then you will get timed out for the least amount of time and then come back. And if you still can't focus, you'll get timed out again, so on and so forth, up to 24 hours. It helps with respect for our guests. If we have guests, it also helps for respect with the actual subject matter that we're doing. Now, as far as the title of today's show, we really had to think about how we were going to put it, because on YouTube, we couldn't say, Oklahoma says, hey, Texas, hold my beer.
Lots of corruption going on there too, right, Nikki?
Right.
All right, so this first video that we're going to show is a Pittsburgh County, Oklahoma sheriff who's in a bit of trouble here. And we're going to show a couple of news stories about it. And make it big. Here we go.
A Pittsburgh County sheriff charged with bribery and embezzlement could be out of a job next month. News Channel 8's CJ Macklin gives us an update on his case as an election draws near.
Pittsburgh County Sheriff Christopher Morris was originally charged with embezzlement and bribery in a vehicle scheme. According to the affidavit, Morris had his Polaris utility vehicle in September of 2023 in a warranty repair. After that warranty repair, an odometer read 404 miles. In January 2024, that same UTV reportedly only had 22 miles. 13 days later, after he sold the vehicle, the affidavit says the odometer read 280 miles. And in February of this year, it was observed to have 695 miles. As a result, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation calls it clear forgery. District Attorney Jack Thorpe told me over the phone that the original case has now been amended. Sheriff Morris was arraigned yesterday and suspended with pay, but more charges have been added. He now has 2 charges of bribery, one which the DA believes to be probable cause that did not involve an ATV, but did involve a body shop. I reached out to Morris and his attorney, but have yet to hear back. But Morris did post on Facebook. This has only been a one-sided story, and we have not got to tell our side. I have done nothing wrong, and it's now time, more than ever, to campaign hard. The sheriff has pleaded not guilty. I also spoke with the Pittsburgh Board of County Commissioners because, according to the affidavit, they filed the removal of the sheriff and suspension. One is already in the process.
It wasn't our call to say he's guilty or innocent. We was just handed all the stack of evidence. Being keepers of the county, that's what our job was, to move it on and have it looked at, whatever it took to get to the bottom of it. And if he's innocent, then that's fine. Everybody needs to leave him alone. Mm-hmm. And if he's not, then that the courts will decide that.
According to D.A. Thorpe, a decision on the sheriff's removal is scheduled for July 22nd. The 2 counts of bribery and embezzlement are all separate cases, and that the preliminary hearing is scheduled for August. Morris faces felony charges in 2 of the cases. OSBI assisted throughout this process after District 18's District Attorney Chuck Sullivan recused it because it involved someone that works for the state, and that it was sent to the Attorney General. Earlier today, the conflict prosecutor of this case gave me a statement on all of Morris's cases. At this point, the sheriff is presumed innocent. We intend to handle this matter before a court of law.
All right, so we don't know if the sheriff is guilty or not. Maybe the board is just investigating the good cop. We don't know, right?
Well, I don't know, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 news articles. But before we get to that, I do want to give out a big thank you to our supporter who brought this to our attention, and that is Oklahoma Outlaw Audits. We appreciate it. Guys, if you have anything that you want us to look into or to cover, please email it to us at the Vigilance Committee 1864 at gmail.com. If you're an auditor, activist, journalist, etc., know of an auditor, activist, or journalist who might be wanting to be featured on here, email us that information and have them reach out to us also. And speaking of one, Joco Kansas Cop Watch only needs 4 more subs to reach 1,000.
Yeah,
Please
so be
go
sure
and subscribe to him. And you need to check your email, sir.
So there's yet another story here. The same sheriff. I'm going to go ahead and play this one. It looks like it's kind of an update too. Pittsburgh County, Oklahoma here. So let's make it big.
Oh, there's more stuff. They just heard more stuff too.
Oh, okay. Just heard more stuff. Okay.
County Sheriff Chris Morris has been arrested and charged with embezzlement. He's accused of defrauding the county by bypassing bidding requirements on an ATV purchase. Court documents reveal Morris bought a Polaris for personal use, traded it for another ATV, and later repurchased the original Polaris for the sheriff's office. He's also accused of selling it back knowing it was damaged. The OSBI says it is an ongoing investigation. And in the last 30 minutes, we've also heard from Sheriff Morris. He released a statement saying, "I have done absolutely nothing wrong. This is an orchestrated event to make me look bad just weeks before the election. The truth will come out."
Now that could be it too. It really could.
I'm not sure. Let me go over a couple of these news articles. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. And we can look at these news articles and then we can go back to the videos. This is the first one. And the headline says, Fox 23 investigates Pittsburgh County community. Nope, this isn't the first one. This is the first one. Sorry, guys. Pittsburgh County Sheriff arrested, charged with embezzlement following Oklahoma State Bureau of investigation. And what the article says is that he was charged with embezzlement, and he did appear in court after an investigation opened up a financial fraud investigation. According to court documents, Morris purchased a Polaris utility vehicle for his personal use and later traded it for a different ATV. The different ATV turns out is a Can-Am. But after he traded it in to purchase the Can-Am, he then bought the Polaris for the county sheriff's office. However, it was represented as a new vehicle to county officials so that there was no state bidding requirements.
Oh, so did they pay a pretty penny for it, or?
Well, Morris allegedly told someone with the sheriff's office that he didn't like his Polaris side-by-side because it had, quote, already broken down, and he needed to find a way to get out from under it. So he wanted.
So, yeah, let's have the board pay for it, right?
Right. He wanted to purchase a Can-Am, but the dealership had only offered him a $26,000 trade value on the Polaris. Now, a few weeks later, Morris somehow bought the Polaris for the sheriff's office and got the new Can-Am for himself. Now, Morris negotiated a trade-in value of $31,099 for the Polaris with the dealership based on the fact that it had added accessories, including a lift kit, to increase its value. However, supposedly he previously removed the accessories from the vehicle when negotiating both the trade-in of the Polaris and the sheriff's office purchase price.
Oh, okay. Little shenanigans going on there.
Right. Now, the payoff of the loan for the Polaris was roughly $29,000. And the loan was satisfied in December by a new loan on the Can-Am utility vehicle.
Wow.
So I'm just wondering how much the sheriff's office ended up paying for this used Polaris that was supposedly new.
So was he arrested and charged, or was he
Yes.
just charged? Okay.
Morris was later arrested and charged with one count of embezzlement of state property and was booked into jail.
Okay. Well, I think I have a video
Okay.
of the
Go ahead
news
and
story. Anyway, I don't know if we actually see the arrest, but got a video of the news story.
And we have new details tonight from the affidavit after the Pittsburgh County Sheriff was arrested today in McAllister and charged with embezzlement.
We brought you the story as breaking news at 5 shortly after the sheriff appeared in court. Fox 23's Devin Lyon was the only reporter there at that court hearing this afternoon, and he spoke with the sheriff after.
I was in the courtroom hearing today for the Pittsburgh County Sheriff, and I spoke with him as he left the hearing. Now, after that, he was taken to the Pittsburgh County Justice Center, where he was processed and arrested. That's where I found this mugshot of him, and that's where I also learned he's on a personal...
Wait, did they put him in cuffs? We didn't get to see that.
Well, I don't know, but he was arrested, and he's got a booking photo, so
Okay.
Who knows?
Reconnaissance bond. Now, what that means is he did not pay any financial bond to get out. It just means that he promises to appear at the next court hearing.
A Green Country sheriff arrested and charged with felony embezzlement, but Sheriff Chris Morris says he's innocent. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation began investigating the business dealings at the Pittsburgh County Sheriff's Office in February. The OSBI says it all relates to a new side-by-side UTV that Morris purchased for himself back in August of last year. Agents say the UTV was personally used, damaged, and fixed and even upgraded by the sheriff. That same UTV was later taken back to the dealership and sold to the sheriff's office, bought with taxpayer dollars at a higher price than what Morris bought it for. Court records say he bought the UTV for under $29,000, and its manufacturer's suggested retail price was set under $31,000 for a new listing. Before the court hearing, I went into the Pittsburgh County Courthouse. That's where I picked up this invoice for that UTV purchase, and it says it was purchased just shy of $32,000. I also picked up a 5-page affidavit that lists out a detailed investigation by the OSBI, interviewing dozens of witnesses on this case before presenting the embezzlement charges this week. The OSBI says the upgrades the sheriff made to the UTV were taken off before it was given to the dealership. It was sold to the sheriff's office for the same price as Morris's new Can-Am UTV he bought from that same dealership. They also say what was sold as a new UTV had nearly 700 miles on it. In the embezzlement charging document, state agents accused Morris of entering a trade deal where he would benefit from the sheriff's office purchase in order to buy his new UTV at a discounted price. Court records claim Morris also fraudulently applied for a loan for the second UTV using false information. According to the OSBI, if the charge holds up, it means the sheriff bought a used UTV for over a new listing price with taxpayer dollars and used it to benefit his own personal purchases. But the sheriff says he's innocent, saying this is all a scheme to interfere with the election for his office just weeks away.
Interference not only happened in our great nation, it's happened right here in Pittsburgh County, Oklahoma. We've done absolutely nothing wrong, and the truth will come out.
Now, this case is being overseen by the Wagner County District Attorney, Jack Thorpe, and not the DA who oversees Pittsburgh County. And that's because this involves a Pittsburgh County official. Jack Thorpe responded to those claims of election interference by Sheriff Morris, and he says that the investigation has been underway since February, and that those investigating him are from Oklahoma City, and that no one local is investigating him. In Pittsburgh County, covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
Wow.
Okay, now an update on 531. Hang on. Morris is now facing a second charge, according to court documents. He's facing a bribery by public official charge for accepting a bribe from Dylan Ketchum of McAllister Auto Collision. For free hail damage repair on his personal vehicle, Morris agreed to send county vehicles to Ketchum's auto shop to give him more business, the documents claim. And he also, as of June 7th, has been suspended. The court issued the order for the interim suspension.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I think this, that is the legal definition of corruption if he's guilty of all this. So, another sheriff getting ready to bite the dust, it looks like. Only this time in Oklahoma, giving Jamie Noel a little run for his money.
Yep. Sure
Very
sounds like it.
All right, so let's shift gears here. There's another story out of Oklahoma. Let's present the screen here. I think I want to show this one. Let's see what this is about. Ooh. Can we hear that?
No. Are you playing it?
Yeah. Is there a way to fix the volume? Because it's full blast here. So I can barely hear it.
I don't know. See if you can move it and see if it gets better.
Move it?
Yeah, go through the video a little bit.
Okay.
Together, man, and hopefully make some points.
There.
Okay.
Why do you think Jennifer did not come to trial?
What?
Family member's home in Bison, that's near Enid. And investigators now say bullets in both cases came from the same gun.
Whoa! Wait a second. What? This is the judge.
He did bad behavior by a Garfield County judge.
Judge Brian Lovell was arrested and later charged for firing a gun while driving in Austin, Texas.
We're told months before there was another shooting at a family member's home in Bison, that's near Enid. And
Whoa! Wait a second here. So this guy's doing drive-bys.
He's doing drive-bys, but maybe Texas and Oklahoma are joined more than a border. I mean, Austin, Texas, and Enid, Oklahoma.
Yeah, Garfield County, Oklahoma. Interesting.
investigators now say bullets in both cases came from the same gun.
Justice gang banging.
And we have an update now on the breaking news we brought you at the top of this newscast. A jury has found Din Bowman guilty of murdering Yancey Knoll.
Well, wait, that's a different story, right? That's a completely different story there, right? So we can just move on. Okay, we're gonna move on.
I'm not sure on that.
Yeah. That was interesting though. And then of course we know somebody that has been in Oklahoma lately within the last couple of months, few months.
Yeah, the last few months.
Yeah. Courts leaked Social Security numbers.
Now, why would they do that? Because isn't that personally identifiable information? And wait, that's why we can't bring cameras in, is because we might accidentally film those Social Security numbers. Oh no.
Yeah,
now
they're
to
supposed
find
to
out
already
the
have it
courts are
redacted.
doing it?
Yeah, they're supposed to already have that stuff redacted before they even send them to the records department. So
My buddy Ron Durbin over at Guerrilla Publishing discovered that Oklahoma police and district attorneys all over the state have not been redacting people's personal information in public files before they send them over to the courts. These are not the sealed files, these are the public files that anybody can walk into any courthouse and look at. These documents are loaded with people's names, addresses, height, weight, date of birth, and social security numbers. Everything that someone would need to steal your identity. Courts all over the state of Oklahoma are handing out people's personal identifying information.
So kind of makes you want to get in trouble in Oklahoma. So somebody hopefully steals your identity, right?
If they steal my identity, I hope that they, at least pay the bills that they may run up. And
I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, you mean that's not what happens when people steal your identity?
No, they're gonna open up bank accounts in your name, maybe even buy a home, or they're gonna open up credit card accounts. They're gonna shop online. They're gonna do all kinds of things. Wow, that's very interesting.
Right down past that pillar, all the cases are laying on the counter right here.
But surely this is something they just didn't realize they were doing. And as soon as we show them, they're going to immediately remedy the situation, right? But first, thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Private Internet Access. While we try to get government to stop.
Okay, we probably should have played that, but.
Below and sign up now.
Sign up.
Searching for a reliable used sedan? Shop the area's best selection of affordable vehicles at
Is there one in particular that you're looking for?
No, we're just looking through the past 10 for a few things.
Okay, so we came over here and the last 10 felony cases are on the counter. So anyone can come in here and flip through these felony cases. And what you'll notice is they don't redact people's social security numbers. So anyone can come into the courthouse and gain access to all of your personal information and possibly commit identity theft or whatever nefarious purposes they have in mind. But this information is supposed to be redacted. You come in here and get.
So, but we don't need auditors, do we, folks? We don't, we don't need people coming in there with cameras, and all they're there to do is agitate, right?
Hang on. Are we switching roles tonight, Cliff?
I mean, no, you go ahead, Nikki. Like, oh
Well,
my
I
God.
mean, the thing is, why would we actually need auditors if this is going on? I mean,
If it never happens, then
it never happens. So
yeah,
why would people need to come in and audit and watch me while I'm doing my job?
yeah,
And Dale, yes, we are aware that Guerrilla Publishing is covering the full story on this.
yeah.
This is something that goes along with our case by state, which is Oklahoma. But you know, I I don't know. When I first saw it, and I think I saw it on Guerrilla Publishing, the thing that caught me is they had asked for the last 10 felonies, and they were going through and reading the police departments. And one of the police departments did happen to be Bethany, Oklahoma Police Department. And
Interesting.
yes, very interesting. So maybe now we know why Bethany, Oklahoma Police Department is being labeled as corrupt, because they're part of this Oklahoma state thing where records aren't redacted.
Get all the people that are your same height, your same weight, your same
Allegedly in Minecraft, right?
gender, the same race as you, and then you go start looking them up online to figure out who the
But this is the court system, so why aren't they protecting that information? Why are they releasing it?
Well, that's what I'm going to ask. This is the police department that filed this. This one is Bethany PD. So Bethany Police Department, they're not
Dun, da, da, da. Who do we know that lives in Bethany?
following procedure in filing their
I don't
report
know.
because
I
they're
thought
not
there was
redacting
an
the
orange
information.
juice
To actually
place
do this stuff.
Bethany.
Yeah, maybe we can get them to do their jobs too correctly.
Okay, well, I just want to give you an example. Like, I'm just on this. We just asked for the last 10 files, as you know, and this is this woman's. So I go to the third page of this person's file. Do you see all that?
If you wanted more questions,
Yeah.
more explanation, or
Yeah.
get something done about this,
Yeah.
we have an administrative office.
Okay.
Warren, his staff is right there.
Okay.
They can, direct you.
Just want a copy of this
First 5 pages.
Yeah, I want a copy of the first 5. Whatever I can get for $1.
Thank you.
Thanks for the social security numbers.
So we headed down to the administrative office that we were sent to.
I understand that the court clerk, y'all take the files, y'all stamp the stuff, and as attorneys and people filing stuff, everybody has a responsibility to redact people's social security numbers and names and date of birth and all that stuff. What's happening is on your criminal side of things, none of the police department and the district attorney's office, none of them are redacting. Y'all are like, you're not filing anything. It's the best place to get all of these.
Yeah,
Let's get rid of the guys with the cameras, right? That's what they show up for, right?
Well, yeah, because they're bothering us doing our job. All we're doing is our job. Why do they need to be in here? They're bothering me.
Yeah.
7 Cities? You're right.
What's 7 Cities? I bet
The officer's info is redacted.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Or good luck getting the public records about what's going on here. Yeah.
But if you want anybody's social security number and they've got a court case, by
Oh,
God,
yeah.
here, we'll hand it out to you.
Yeah. Yep, tyrants are everywhere.
I just, somewhat. Yeah. It's. Who asked for? Oh, he asked for the police to be called? Okay. Hey, how's it going, man? Good. How are you? Good. So the guy in the blue jacket with the red collar asked for the police to come? He's a county clown. Is that what you said?
No, ma'am, I completely understand. Yes, ma'am, I completely understand that. But the court clerk is an.
He kind of looks like a county clown, doesn't he? The blue,
Yeah.
the red, blue, red, white. Oh, red, white, and blue. Oh, but he's got a badge. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of runs.
Kurt, you know, I bet if we all had a background check ran on us, I think that we would probably all be on some sort of federal watch list for being.
Well, I'm sure I am. I mean, I'm a 1A community supporter, big time, and against corruption within our government. And I want transparency and accountability. So I'm sure I'm on a watch list.
Yeah, which means you might not be able to fly.
I might be on the no-fly list too, and here I am planning on going to Florida in October. So
Yeah.
Elected position who represents the citizens of the county, right? And so, as a representative of the citizens, one of the things that she could do is put some notices up that remind.
I think I'm gonna film airport security. Let's see what happens.
Officers and
keep your mouth shut while you're doing it.
Let me finish. A simple sign might help the voters for your court clerk have a little more security. A sign at your filing desk reminding people that they have an obligation to redact pursuant to the Oklahoma rules, might be something that they should be considered.
So you're with the county? Yes, sir. Okay. So we'll go. I'll start heading that way so I can get you guys to the DA.
So the court staff calls the sheriff's department. We already know that this is the fault of the district attorneys and the local police departments, not the courts. But the problem is the district attorney's office is hidden. The listing on Google for them is incorrect, and when we called them, they refused to tell us where they are. But Ron was being so annoying to these people that in order to get rid of him, they agreed to tell him where the district attorney's secret lair is at. Oh, I'm great. Never better.
Good Lord. You got to bribe the cops? or wait, they bribed you, right?
Yeah, they bribed
give
him.
you
To get
information
rid of
just to
him,
get out
we'll
of here.
yeah. Here's what you want. Now go. Leave us alone. You're bothering us with your cameras.
I wonder if they lied about the information when they gave it to him too. They probably did. We'll see here.
Yeah, I'm shroomed out as a mother. He didn't care. No, he didn't.
Hey, you know what he told the blonde lady down there? She's like, oh, he really shouldn't be filming us. And he said, lady, there's 150 other cameras in here filming you. What's wrong with theirs?
They headed out the door and down the street to the district attorney's lair.
That's why I wanted to make that point. We were like, it costs money. I was like, all right, so I can pay and then you let me take someone's social security number? And they were like, yep, okay. Like, absolutely.
Oh, wow. We can pay for Social Security numbers in Oklahoma, folks.
Absolutely. And then I didn't even have to pay. I just took a picture of it.
Hi, guys. Nice ties.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ivory Tower.
Wow.
The Ivory Tower in this particular case is the Oklahoma County District Attorney's offices, which are in a building which, I mean, quite frankly, I'm jealous. They've got offices that, quite frankly, the government shouldn't be paying for.
Okay, so I know this is James Freeman's video, but we definitely got to put Guerrilla Publishing in the chat too, so people go there and subscribe because he's doing a lot of the talking here.
I mean, I don't know. How much of our tax dollars is paying for that beautiful building?
Probably a lot. They probably got a lot of federal money too, so it's all our money.
Oh, wait. Did they steal someone's social security number to get credit to pay for that building?
A whole bunch of them. Yeah, they could have done that. You never know. Oh my lord, that's just crazy.
Because we're here to figure out whether they, unlike the court clerk of Oklahoma County, will do anything about the release of people's personal identifying information in court files. We clearly saw that they have no desire to do anything. They said, "Oh, you need to go talk to the district attorney." Join us. Yeah. Oh man, I want to be specific one to you. I mean, you can't in here.
Oh, sure, man. Okay. I'm stuck. When we walked in, we discovered that the DA's office was not listed on the directory. They were trying to hide in the building. After roaming around for a little bit, we thought we were in the wrong place, but then Ron spotted a woman with a DA's office pin. After speaking with her for a few minutes, she finally told Ron where the district attorney's secret lair was located.
Well, I can tell you one. I'm sure the DA would like to speak to you and would be open to it. Probably not.
Well, can we go see?
Well, I can tell you it's first.
Probably not right now, but maybe later. Just call our office. But I'm not going to give you the phone number, right?
Yeah. And
give us
like
your names and your phone numbers so that we can have the cops retaliate against you before the appointment ever happens.
like Seven Cities says, all that money for the building and everyone works from home. And they proved that point because they said they wandered around and didn't find anybody until this lady happened to wander into their sites.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think even I Am Free, Inland Auditing Media went to the state capitol in Washington, and there were nobody in the buildings except for security, and they wouldn't let you go anywhere. But everybody's still working from home. I guess COVID is still going, or the C word is still going on, right? Oh, we're not monetized. I can say it. COVID.
Well, no, it's one of the new variants.
Oh, one of the new variants. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it is. It's a new
So it's
variant.
the flu. It's a flu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Personal for me because that while I was in Afghanistan, my identity was stolen, and instead of coming home from Afghanistan and being able to cope with not in a war zone trying to be killed, I came home to my identity stolen.
Sure. I mean, to be fair, she's very busy, and it would be.
Oh, yeah, but this is kind of important.
Oh, to be fair, she's very busy. We don't have time to worry about Social Security numbers being given out to anybody that wants them.
Well, no, because with her being very busy, wouldn't that mean that the social security numbers that they're releasing would eventually end up as a case on her desk, which would make her even more busy?
Yeah, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So they got to promote crime in order to take care of it. They got to create that crisis first, right?
Apparently. Oh, wait, that's called job security.
Yeah, there you go.
I understand.
Not
but-
very busy
So is
redacting.
there somebody that we can go upstairs and set an appointment with?
Yeah, you can ask for her assistant.
Okay, I just don't know how to get there. That's really what we were trying to figure out is how to get there. To go after.
7th floor.
You want to take my cell phone number now?
Sure.
I'm not live.
So she said 7th floor, but yet there's nothing on the directory talking about the DA's office or where it's at in that building. Did we hear
Correct.
that?
There was nothing on the directory.
That's because they don't want anybody visiting.
Right.
That's interesting.
Oh, hang on. Seven Cities says it's not the vid anymore. It's so we can't access them and watch what they do. Who knows? That was part of the plan.
Yeah.
Well, duh.
Yep, I agree.
That was part of the plan
It is.
because the government is scared that normal, everyday people are finding out exactly how corrupt, crooked, and any other words that you want to put in there really actually are.
Oh, I don't know. Mainstream media doesn't cover these things enough, I don't think. Although we did just see um, sheriffs, and a judge, and then I believe Guerrilla Publishing exposed another judge that likes to drink a lot and
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe they're
What's up with these?
scared.
What's up with these government officials? Don't they know how to act?
Well, they did until people started asking questions about what they
Oh,
were doing.
so they just kind of wigged out because cameras showed up or something.
Yeah. And you know, people can actually see what they're doing and can make judgments. Oh no. You know, somebody's gonna make a judgment because I'm not doing my job. Hmm.
Hmm. And yet they try to hide so that they don't have to do their job. That's interesting.
Oh.
I'm just a statement of the court.
Right.
I just
Unlike the court, in the
Okay,
DA's
what's your
office, we redact.
Ron Durbin.
So, what is your name and your contact information so that we can have the police pull you over later?
I need your ID.
Fairness. Are you live now?
No. No.
Let's see.
It's recording. It's not live. Live means
See, I understand. I used to work in news. I
okay.
understand what live is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, never mind.
She used to work news
Don't
and
even
now
worry.
she's part of the corruption.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other anyway, right?
Right.
The media is all intertwined with, it's all there. It's supposed to be checks and balances, but all branches of government, including the media, which is the so-called fourth branch, press, they're all supposed to be working against each other, creating the checks and balances, but that's not happening. And that's because these guys are all frowned upon and they need to go to jail, according to our government.
Worry about it. I'm a professional. I'll redact out all your personal information from my video.
I released it.
Okay.
I just make it out
You
there.
can make an appointment.
I mean, are you going to help me, or do I go to the 7th floor? Okay.
I'll leave. I'll leave. I'm sorry. If I'll leave. If I'm the one that triggered you. You're pretty triggered flipping me off. Yeah.
Is that what she just did? Let me back that up. Did she just flip him off?
Well, he wouldn't have said that if she didn't.
Are you going to help me, or do I go to the 7th floor? Okay.
I'll leave. I'll leave. I'm sorry. If I'll leave. If I'm the one that triggered you.
Yep. She sure did.
Wow. That's how our government employees act, folks. And they get paid really well to act that way too. They get paid better than our median income in areas.
Hey, does that mean that, I can go get a job like that and get paid for just being me?
Yeah. Yeah. The queen of the biatches. Yeah. Yeah. I heard there was even a song made about you.
Yeah. Yeah. And according to my husband and my son, it's quite accurate also.
We'll have to play that sometime on this channel.
You're pretty triggered flipping me off. Yeah.
I thought we had a good
You're not even really going at her.
No.
Oh, thank you. Is this the district attorney's office? Okay, perfect. And while I'm speaking to her,
Did you notice they had to be buzzed in?
Well, yeah, because wait, district attorney's office, I thought that was a public official, which means that it should
Should be able
be
to just go right
available
in.
to the public.
Yeah, should be able to just go right in. Yeah. I'll bet they wouldn't have buzzed them in if they'd have known they had cameras.
Probably not.
Yeah, nothing like watching our tax dollars telling us how they feel about the people who pay them. Yeah, absolutely correct, John.
Well, we're not going to go past the test. While I was speaking to her, she got upset with him and she flipped him off. So somebody should probably be aware of that. But the real reason I'm here is the district attorney's office is filing documents at the courthouse, and none of the files are being redacted for personal identifying information. So like social security number, weight, date of birth, all that stuff. I can just go ask for the latest filings and go ask for the last 10 felony filings.
Excuse me, don't interrupt him. He's speaking.
You guys
Thank
need
you.
to leave.
Go ahead.
Show's coming up for Patsy.
No, we're not going to leave. Thank you, though, for the offer.
Show's coming. Toll. Show's coming.
What just happened?
He's right here.
What just?
Your person just sent me down. Okay.
Oh, hurry. Call security. Call security.
Get
They've
him out
got
of here.
those cameras.
Get
Oh
him out of here.
my.
Get him out.
They're
Get 'em
asking questions. Get them out of here. We
can't have
can't
that.
tell.
We can't have any
No.
questions. We ask the questions. You don't get to ask the questions.
But
And
how many
there is-
cameras
oh,
are in there?
That bowl looks empty. If Rogue was there, he'd be very disappointed. Very
Yep.
disappointed.
All Americans. Who are you?
I'm Keith Toll. I'm the chief investigator.
Awesome, Keith. Well, you can help me. I was trying to speak with a woman downstairs, and I gave her my name and social security. No, I didn't hear my social security. That's the courthouse. That's the courthouse that y'all are doing. I'm sorry about that. I made a mistake. I gave her my name and phone number and email address.
Let's stop working, everyone. Let's see what the show is. Let's, how dare they be in here with cameras? How dare they?
The reason why I came over here is the court.
Do not take pictures of us.
Don't take pictures of us. What are you doing?
You know that in Texas, rifles can be carried in public without a license.
If you take
Whereas in
pictures of
Florida,
us, that
no one can
means
carry-
that we're actually
The
a
irony of these-
public employee, and oh no, our people are gonna know that we're spending their tax dollars.
Yeah. Let's get on their cameras so that we can say, "Don't film me." They come out to look, and they put themselves in front of the camera, and then they say, "I don't want to be filmed." Interesting.
People not wanting to be recorded in their office is that their office is the one that is responsible
Their office, not ours. Theirs.
for the careless mishandling of your personal identifying information.
Courthouse. You're in a public accessible area, man.
If you could, they're trying to have a conversation over here.
Don't tell me to shush.
Shh, ma'am,
I'm
please don't be disorderly.
Employees are not liking their cameras. They don't like.
I'm sorry.
I do love the sense of humor, James Freeman.
We're trying to have a conversation. Shh, shh. Can't you please just listen to the conversation?
Yeah, you're being disruptive. You're disturbing our peace, lady. Just sit there and be quiet while adults are having a conversation.
I'll have cameras everywhere.
don't tell
Cameras
us to
there,
shush. It's my place
camera.
of business.
Camera.
I have questions.
I'm trying to.
You tell me
Everybody can
shush. I'm just going to put the camera out.
You can go right ahead, ma'am. I have no problem with
All right,
it.
that's fine.
Nice to meet you. My name's Ron. Okay. Yes, sir. Keith, thank you.
Did she say, "I don't want to be filmed"? Was she one of them?
I don't think so, but wait a minute. Isn't she creating a public document now?
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
I wonder
no.
if they say anything about it. We'll see.
What's going on? I went over there just a minute ago, and he asked for the last 10 files that had been filed on the felony side of things.
District Attorney's
He
Office?
just said, "Hey, what is it?" But here's the last 10. Didn't cherry pick any. Every one of them had all of their personal identifying information in it.
Yes.
All of it. And so, like this one is one. I mean, this is a file over there at the courthouse that you guys filed, and it's got her name, date of birth, social security number, nothing redacted.
We need to talk to about that.
So that's what, right.
This, I understand what you all.
They sent us over here.
I understand what y'all doing. This is physically secure.
I was let in, sir, to talk to somebody. So I rang the bell and was
She
let
didn't
in.
have any idea what you
Well,
want.
I'm sorry. We're here to talk to the district attorney. How else would I
The
speak to
same
somebody?
thing you're talking about on your phone, we have kind of out on everybody's desk, which is.
Okay,
why
well, also
people
on
can't
the,
come in.
well, then who do I do an open records act request with?
You have to file a document.
No, ma'am, I can do an open records act request in person during regular business hours, and this seems to be the
Yeah,
office
but
where I
this
would
is
do
not-
that.
this is not
Where is that
what you
office?
do.
Where is that office?
Clerk's office. It's
No,
not here.
no.
It's not in here.
I can do an open records act request for all your payroll and expense
Yes, you
reports.
can.
Where do I do that at?
It's not in here.
I want all the emails of the district attorney that are not privileged. I'd like all those. Who do I ask for those?
I'd also like.
I really what I'd like to do is just talk to somebody and say, we've got a problem. Can you put out a policy that says protect this information? All in the rule that we're trying to do.
Do you have any
No, you need
idea?
to.
It's have somebody.
Well, you gotta have an appointment. 'Cause you just don't
Okay,
show up.
that's fine.
If you want to give me your name and number.
Yes, ma'am. I gave it to the
will-
lady. I gave it to a lady downstairs and I don't know what her.
Downstairs here?
Yes, ma'am. She came up, we were walking around and she came up asking what we were doing and I saw the district attorney's pen and I'm like, well, ma'am, maybe you can help me. Anyway, she got mad at him. But anyway, I'll be happy to give you my information. She told me to come up here and make an appointment, so that's what we're doing.
She's gonna give you-
So I'm happy to give you my info and y'all can contact me back and we'll make an appointment and
Thank you, ma'am.
this could have been done just like that. And that's all I didn't expect somebody to like hop out and meet with
Me
me.
neither, but I mean, you know.
We just came from the courthouse. We didn't expect to come over here, you know, so we weren't planning on, I can't make an appointment to an appointment I didn't know I was gonna have, right?
I'm
So,
looking for something else. Patsy took a video of me, so I'd like to request that since she's created public record now. I'd just like to get a copy of that video. Cease and desist, don't delete it.
yeah, it's a violation of the Oklahoma Open Records Act if you destroy that.
It's open records, you have the right to.
She turned it on.
Ma'am,
I got it
I'm-
recorded on
I'm
there.
I'm serious.
I've got it recorded.
I do have a bar.
She pushed the button because when she turned that way, I could see the
Yeah,
screen
we
that
can
was
see the
recording.
screen. So I'd like a copy of that. Please don't delete it. That's destruction of evidence.
Do
Thank
do
you,
we need to sign in though?
Thank you, Mr. Tolles.
Can I sign in? Pen right there. What's?
Oh, he wants to sign in. I wonder what signature he's going to use.
What's her name?
Patsy.
Patsy.
Okay.
What's her social security number?
Oh, I'm not gonna give you that.
Okay.
Oh, you give out the public's.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
So that's what it's about. I just.
You work for the office that does.
But all I do is answer the phone. Why are you just bothering me with your cameras? Can't you just go away? All I do is answer the phone and then I push the buttons and transfer the call. That's all I do. Oh, and I let people in the office too.
By accident this time. She didn't mean to. If she'd have known that there was cameras coming in, she wouldn't have done it. She's probably under orders not to. Oh, okay.
I will sign in also.
There's your phone number.
Oh, no, that's my cell phone number. That's my email address. And again, look.
Well,
at
what I
the-
do know is that when we file information to the court clerks, they're not supposed to post that information as available on the site.
Well, so the way the court rule reads is that the attorney's preparing the filings before y'all send it off to the runners to file it. They're supposed to redact everything with the last four. So there's a very clear rule that says what to do on the filing. I'm an attorney. It's very clear on what you can and can't do. And it is on the attorneys.
Right.
So the court
That's
clerk's
why they
not
keep-
wrong when they say, come over here and talk to y'all. At the end of the day,
She says
I
this is
just
why
wanna
we try to
stop
keep the
people's
public out.
information being released. It's an easy fix. It's but
If
you
I
know,
were committing crimes, I
you got
wouldn't want the
Bethany Police
public in
Department,
either.
You got Oklahoma City Police Department, Oklahoma County PD. You got all these different departments. Y'all are the sort of the linchpin of the filing. So if we can do something about it here, then we can stop this information being released. So just have somebody contact me and we'll get it figured out. And I appreciate your hospitality.
And as soon as I get signed in right there, I actually just wanted Patsy's name and social security number because all the social security numbers I got down there at the court, they have horrible credit, and I'm trying to get a new car.
Well, you can get Patsy's for the court clerk then.
Okay, thank you.
The district attorney's office never did reach out to Ron. The DA, the courts, and the police all want to pass the buck and say that it's not their job to redact your personal identifying information in public records. In the meantime, according to the FBI, over 50,000 cases of identity theft are reported each year in the U.S. If private companies handled your personal identifying information this recklessly, there'd certainly be consequences. But whether we're talking about cops, judges, politicians, or district attorneys, the fact is, government is almost never held accountable for their actions. Which is why when we went in to notify them what was going on, they just flat out didn't give a. As a matter of fact, Patsy's final comment as she walked away was, "This is why we locked the door."
This is why we try to keep the public out.
Wow. This is why we lock the doors.
Are you a Rocky Mountain Power customer? How would you like to get paid to
How
Yeah.
did the government ever exist without locked doors?
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. Things are happening in Oklahoma. And I think we're going to hear more of things happening in Oklahoma too, especially with Guerrilla Publishing in Oklahoma. I'm sure he's going to follow up on all of these stories. I mean, there's a lot of district attorneys he's probably going to have to visit, and if he can ever get the meeting, right?
And the appointment, here, let me make you an appointment. Yes, I have available an appointment June 10th of 2027. Would that be okay for you? Yeah, okay, I'll write you in. Thank you.
We'll take your name and phone number and call you, only they never do. And then when you try to call them, they don't answer the phone, or you get a runaround. Or, I mean, it's the same everywhere, all over the country. So no wonder people show up in person with a camera. You know, so we want to keep that in mind, folks. And thanks for joining us today. It's going to be a short one. Does anybody feel like there's just as much corruption in Oklahoma, or are we still looking at Texas being the worst so far, or one of the worst anyway? I know there's Indiana, there's Iowa, there's Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, just to name a few.
California, Montana,
Yeah, any states that you're in that
New Jersey, New Hampshire,
I'm sure we're missing some.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, I'm sure we're missing some. China, of course, China, yes. Oh, Ohio.
Pick a state.
Did
Any
I read
state.
that as China? I did. I read
Yeah,
that
you
as
did.
Ooh. And no, Oklahoma outlaw audits. I have not been drinking. I don't drink. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Kentucky is bad. We're seeing it everywhere, right? Yeah. Pick a state, John says. Yeah.
It's
All
equal
right.
everywhere. It's just not documented as much. And that's what our
Right.
channel is about. Is we're trying to bring new people into the community, I guess, who aren't afraid to pick up their camera and record, whether it's, you getting pulled over for something or you going into, I don't know, sign up for voter registration. Anything that you do that deals with the government, go ahead and pick up that camera and record. Get it
And
out there.
if you're not willing to do that, then subscribe to our channel. Become a vigilante with the Vigilance Committee. Be willing to go to work. Maybe make phone calls, send emails, do public records requests. Email us from whatever state you're in, and let us know what you're willing to do to support the auditors on the ground, or any way that you want to support this movement, because we need to make sure that our government is transparent, they're accountable, and every public official out there that's doing the wrong things, we need to get rid of them. And you can help in a big way just by supporting this channel, because we want to be the central hub for everyone. And I also want to mention, what's the Angry Vets? SCARS, right? It's a
SCARS.
nonprofit. that's
Yep.
going to help people with constitutional incidents that they might have. So we definitely want to support the Angry Vet and the nonprofit. And what else, Nikki? Have I covered it?
Yeah, other than like John Hobbs says, we do need a list of state by state of civil rights attorneys, which there really are not that many out there.
There's not, but
Um,
send us if anybody out there knows civil rights attorneys and what states they are licensed in, please send us that information. Send us whatever information you've got from whatever area that you're in. Email it to us at the Vigilance Committee 1864@gmail.com, and support in any way you can. And any auditors out there that would like us to show your channel, show the body of work that you have you up on the panel as a guest, send us out an email. We'd be more than happy to work with you and get you more subscribers. So be sure and hit the like, subscribe, send people to us. If everybody in this chat right now would just send one person to us to subscribe, that would help out a lot, so we can get the word out. Do you have anything else, Nikki, before I go ahead and play our outro?
Like John says, we do need some donations for scars. If you go to the Angry Vet and watch his video on his announcement for scars, the links are in his video. You guys go check out James Freeman, Guerrilla Publishing, Accountability for All. Because Josh was included in that.
Yep. And we'll leave links in the description as well.
And then thank you. Yep, thank you guys for being here and
absolutely
spending time with us. And you all have a great day and be safe out there.
Yep, send some people our way. Here we go.
In the heart of the Vigilance Committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free, we stand together, hand in hand, watching over the sacred land. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. Through the storms and the darkest night, we'll shine our light, we'll stand and fight. For the ones we love, for the ones we've lost. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll bear the cost. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. Through the storms and the darkest night, we'll shine our light, we'll stand and fight. For the ones we love, for the ones we've lost. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll bear the cost. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. Vigilance Committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free. We'll stand together, hand in hand, watching over this sacred land.